This is our tutorial for the GoogleXMLSitemap plugin for your site. The GoogleXMLSitemap plugin will generate a special XML sitemap which will help search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo, and Ask.com to better index your site. With this sitemap, it's much easier for the search engines to see the complete structure of your site and retrieve the pages and posts more efficiently. The plugin supports all kinds of WordPress generated pages as well as custom URLs. Additionally, the Google XML Sitemap plugin notifies all major search engines every time you create a post about the new content. Here's what an XML sitemap looks like. As you can see, what it essentially does is display all of the pages that is in your site and creates this XML file that can be read by the search engines. Once these files are uploaded and read by the search engines, it will help with the SEO of each particular page. Using the strong keywords in category and post names combined with this tool will provide you with the maximum SEO benefit. Installation is easy enough. Locate the plugin search and click Install. Then you will activate the plugin. Once the plugin is activated, you will click on Settings, then select XML Sitemap to access the plugin settings. If you are using the sitemap for the first time, you will receive a link that will ask you to generate an XML sitemap. Once it is generated, you will be able to see the results of the sitemap being generated. The first line will tell you when the last time the sitemap was generated, as well as a link to the created XML file. You will then see when a zipped version of the file was saved, which is typically the same time. You will see which search engines were notified about the last changes to the sitemap. It will tell you how long the building process took. You will then see a link to manually rebuild the sitemap for the site and a debug function if you experience any programming problems. Most of us will not use the debug function, but the manual update is great to instantly have your site changes applied to the XML sitemap. Now for the basic options. Under Sitemap Files, you will see Write a normal XML file and Write a gzipped file. The sitemap.xml.gz is a compressed version of the sitemap.xml file. It is smaller than normal XML files, so it will lessen the bandwidth traffic between your site and the search engines. Since all search engines support compressed sitemaps, having the regular sitemap.xml is optional. We recommend keeping it so the information is available if users want to access it or if it is easier for you to view. For rebuilding mode, you will have the option to rebuild sitemap if you change content of your blog and enable manual sitemap building via GET request. The first option just changes the sitemap as you add content or make changes. The second option allows you to refresh your sitemap using a special URL. Because you will have a smaller site, we recommend just using the first option and let the sitemap update automatically. For the Update Notification section, this lets you know which search engines are automatically notified when the sitemaps are updated. Google, Bing, and Ask.com do not require any special registration to use and are checked by default. Yahoo requires that you request an application ID key. You can simply click on the link to request a Yahoo application ID. You will have to have a Yahoo ID in order to fill out the request. The Add Sitemap URL to the virtual robots.txt file uses the robots.txt file to inform search engines about your sitemap. It will use the robots.txt file that is generated by WordPress. There must not be a robots.txt file in the blog directory. It is best to keep this option checked. For advanced options, you will want to leave all of the options unchecked except Build the sitemap in a background process. The sitemap will generate in the background, so you won't have to wait for the XML sitemap to generate whenever you create a post. Additional pages allow you to specify files or URLs you want added to your site that are not already a part of your WordPress site. This is not something that you would likely use for your small salon site, so we will skip this option. For post priority, it will give you the option on how the post priority should be calculated. Use the default option to have the post priority determined by comment count. The more comments and contents in the post will help with SEO. Under location of your sitemap file, we recommend sticking with the default of automatic detection. You will see the detected path and detected URL that the XML sitemap is located. Sitemap content will allow you to select what content is included in the sitemap. We recommend sticking with the default boxes that are checked for this option. We recommend leaving the boxes in excluded items unchecked, as we want everything included in the sitemap. For change frequencies, you can leave the default options in place. This simply suggests how often search engines should look at these sites. It all depends on how often you update your site. Change the options to your projected use. Priorities will determine the priority level of the home page. Posts, minimum post priority, static pages, categories, archives, tag pages, and author pages. 0.0 is the lowest and 1.0 is the highest. The default option should be fine for your use. Click on Update Options to update the settings for the plugin. So to recap, the GoogleXMLSitemap plugin creates an XML file that can be read by search engines to identify all of the pages currently on your site. You can access the plugin settings by clicking on the Settings link on your WordPress dashboard, then select XML Sitemap. There are a lot of options available, but most of the default options will be the best for your small site. You will want to sign up for a Yahoo ID if you do not already have one, to be able to sign up to automatically notify Yahoo with the rest of the search engines that a new post has been created.